Structuring the learning within lessons is crucial to success. The Robert Clack School named their structure after the school itself, and one of the effects of the key Stage 3 strategy is that schools around the country are focusing more closely on the structure of lessons. This is particularly important for schools facing challenging circumstances. At George Dixon International School, the need to plan a structure for effective learning was also recognised.
Okay, thanks for coming in and settling so quickly. Athena, would you read out the aim for the lesson, please?
To discover a law of reflection, to link angle of incidence to angle of reflection.
That's great, well done. The original purpose behind beginning each lesson with an aim and objective was really to let the students know where they were going in the lesson, to give the whole thing purpose. But it's had more far-reaching effects than that. It's had a calming effect on the start of the lesson. Across the whole school, we're using exactly the same approach so that kids are comfortable. They come into a room, they take their coats off, they get their books out, they write down the aim. Then the teacher introduces the aim. And if, heaven forbid, you forget to put it on the board or you're a bit rushed from the last lesson, they tell you that they want the aim to the lesson. We need to have a look at the objectives, the things really that you are trying to achieve and that you are trying to do during this lesson. First of all, to cooperate with each other. And we say this every time we do practical work, but it is so important, it's such an important skill to work in a friendly and cooperative way and to work safely. Another big bonus to starting each lesson with an aim and objective is to the planning of that lesson. It really makes you think about what it is you're trying to achieve, where it is the children are starting from, and where you want to take them by the end of the lesson. It may be true to say that there would have been a bit of suspicion in teaching experienced teachers how to plan a lesson with a beginning and a middle and an end. But I think it's also fairly true to say that everyone is now completely convinced that this has added real quality to our work. So before you start, let me just make it absolutely clear what it is that I'm expecting from you by the end of this lesson. First of all, through your discussions, a clearly stated and written prediction. You can do that. Another benefit of stating clear aims and objectives at the start of the lesson is on the plenary. You return to the aims, you return to the objectives, and you can measure the kind of progress that you've made in the lesson, whether you've been successful or unsuccessful, and that in turn will impact upon the planning of the next lesson.